everybody. I wanted to come on here real quick and explain the North and South node. I'm a little bit sick. However, I think of it like driving a car, like going in two different directions. And one direction is gonna get you to your old life, to the parts of life that maybe look appealing because they're familiar. They look appealing because they are what you know, they're what you're used to, but they also involve you repressing who you actually are in order to hold on to those things and hang on to the past, and it doesn't actually serve you in this lifetime, and it's time to kind of let go of this huge cycle and then enter the North Node. That is where you need to start getting headed. And if you're willing to embrace the North Node and you're willing to head in that direction, because it's gonna be a fucking journey. So if you're willing to hold on to that and you're willing to go on that difficult journey, difficult but fulfilling, that's when life's gonna get fulfilling for you. So, but it's not, obviously not a smooth way. It's kind of like recovery in a way, healing and recovery. But, I mean, for me at least, I have my North Node in Cancer, so that's probably where that comes from. But, yeah, it's like, it's a tough journey. And you're gonna swerve, like, your car's gonna kind of, you're gonna want to turn back. And maybe you will turn back a few times, and you're gonna be reminded of how shit it feels. But then you turn your car back around, and you're like, fuck. Here we go. You gotta deal with new challenges now. Not old challenges that you already know what to do about them, that you're used to. No, new challenges. So, just completely out of your comfort zone. So, and I think the North Node and the South Node, the nodes, are so important because it's the way that you get to live your life fulfilled. It's the way that you get to a fulfilled life. If you want a fulfilled life, that's your secret. That is the secret. Us witch girls, we have the secret. It's the nodes. Pay attention to your nodes. And if you can't, I'll tell you about them. Because I think they're so important. And I've been a big follower, like, two people that I've kind of, that are like these like big celebrity figures that I feel like I've seen them be online from when they were young to, and I was also young until now. We're like the same age. So I kind of feel like I saw them like on their journey because it was very public. And I think that like the way that I hear them talk about it, and like two examples that come to my mind are Billie Eilish and Emma Chamberlain. So Emma Chamberlain is my age. I've been watching her videos since I was in high school, like 16-ish. like, me and that girl, like, I get her, I see her, but I watch her videos too sometimes. There was one where, you know, I noticed a pattern in her vlogs where she's kind of like, you know, there was a long moment where she was kind of figuring out her North Node in Cancer, and she wasn't really like talking about it in those terms, but she was talking about it in her own terms. And it's like, it was very clear that like she was figuring out, like, you know, she was building a little family community, and it was a struggle. She had a few failed friend groups, if you guys remember. I mean, and I'm not trying to like put her on blast here, and I like don't know this stuff for sure. This is all based on observation. I don't know her. I don't speak to her. I don't know like her family or like anyone close to her. I'm just like an outside observer of many years because of the internet. Like, it just kind of puts us in this weird place where we see what people are doing, but like we see them, but then there's like a window that we don't really know, but it kind of feels like they are our friends and we've like witnessed their lives too. So yeah, it's that weird like parasocial thing. But I noticed that she was building that like Cancerian empire for herself. You know, like a group of people around her, and she was getting really into cooking for a while and like painting and lost my train of thought. I was trying to think of like the stuff that she was doing that was like, I don't know, but I feel like Emma Chamberlain is someone that I've seen that is like, seems like she's where she's meant to be. And I think that's what that is. And I feel like I look at Billie Eilish, and that's someone, I think for a long time, like, it was hard for me to watch her stuff because I'm like, she is where she's meant to be, and it was kind of triggering this part of me that's like, that wasn't where it was meant to be, that wasn't being authentic. But, you know, I saw an interview that she did, and let me try to think of, like, who it was with. I don't know. But she was really excited. Like, she seemed very excited, and she was talking about, like, how learning has been so important for her, and, like, the amount of benefits that, like, being, like, a student to singing, because, you know, she's been a successful singer since she was a child. And yeah, I think she's also around my age. Like, I'm 24, she's like 23. I think the interview was done this year. And yeah, she was kind of talking about like learning and taking singing lessons and what that's like done for her, and like learning how to sing. And she has her North Node in Gemini, so it's like very interesting that because it's so fitting with her North Node. And yeah, I feel like even in the past years we've kind of seen this shift of like her art becoming more like authentic and raw and like powerful. than it even was before. Like, it was already all those things, and I think like it's deepened, and that's probably because she's more where she's supposed to be, because she's more attuning herself with her North Node by like taking singing lessons, which is a very Gemini North Node thing to do. So I implore you to think about life this way and think about your life this way. And it really has helped me be a much happier person, transform my life for the better, and like get more of like a dream life. And anyone can do it too. You can do it. Really recommend looking into that North and South Node, and I'd love to do some videos on those too. So hopefully those will be coming up soon.